Understanding microplastic pollution and its ubiquity. Microplastic pollution refers to tiny plastic particles, less than 5 mm in size, that have infiltrated ecosystems worldwide. These particles come from larger plastics breaking down, synthetic fibers from clothing, and microbeads in cosmetics. As microplastics enter the air, water, and food chains, they pose an increasing risk to human health. Microplastics in the human body. Research has shown that humans are exposed to microplastics through ingestion, inhalation, and skin contact. These particles have been found in blood, tissues, and even placental tissue. As microplastics accumulate in the body, they raise concerns about their long-term effects, especially on human DNA and cellular health. DNA damage and genetic mutations. Studies on microplastics' effects on human cells suggest that these particles may cause DNA damage. The toxins carried by microplastics, such as heavy metals and chemicals, could lead to mutations or disruptions in the genetic material. This damage may increase the risk of developing diseases like cancer, as well as affect cellular functions. Microplastics and inflammation in the body. One of the key concerns about microplastics is their ability to cause chronic inflammation. When microplastics enter the body, the immune system may react by sending white blood cells to the site of entry. Prolonged inflammation has been linked to genetic mutations and disruptions in cell division, contributing to diseases such as cancer and autoimmune disorders. Toxicity of chemicals on microplastics. Microplastics often contain toxic chemicals, including bisphenol A, BPA, phthalate, and persistent organic pollutants. These chemicals are known endocrine disruptors, meaning they interfere with hormone regulation in the body. Exposure to these chemicals may lead to genetic changes, reproductive issues, and developmental problems in offspring. How microplastics interact with cells. Microplastics can interact directly with cells by penetrating the cell membrane. Once inside, they may release harmful substances that can disrupt cell processes, including DNA replication and repair mechanisms. This disruption could lead to mutations or errors in the genetic code, which may contribute to long-term health problems. Potential impact on reproductive health. The presence of microplastics in human tissues has raised concerns about their effects on reproductive health. Some studies suggest that microplastics may affect fertility by causing changes to reproductive cells' DNA. For example, they could influence sperm and egg quality, potentially leading to developmental issues in offspring. Lack of comprehensive research on DNA effects. While the potential for microplastics to damage human DNA is concerning, comprehensive studies are still limited. Most research on microplastic pollution focuses on its environmental impact or effects on animal health. Further studies are needed to fully understand how microplastics may alter human DNA and contribute to diseases at the genetic level. Long-term effects and prevention. The long-term impact of microplastic pollution on human DNA remains uncertain, but early findings suggest that the risks are significant. Preventing further pollution by reducing plastic usage and improving waste management can help limit exposure. At the same time, ongoing research is crucial to better understand how microplastics affect human health at the molecular level. What we can do to reduce exposure. To reduce the risks associated with microplastics, individuals can make conscious efforts to avoid single-use plastics, reduce plastic waste, and opt for natural, biodegradable alternatives. On a larger scale, supporting policies and initiatives aimed at reducing plastic pollution can help mitigate the environmental and health impacts of microplastic contamination.